About a month ago, Kevin and I made a video called Party Games for All Ages. So now this is a Party Games for All Ages Part 2.
That's for most ages.
It's for most ages. This isn't for all ages. This is for most ages. And I'm just going to show you the things that you are going to need. And then we're going to talk about the games. You're going to need some blindfolds. We already have 3 ourselves, and then we bought more at the Dollar Tree. You're going to need 2 packages of twine. You're also going to need some washers. And Kevin had these washers, and we'll show you what to do with these in a few minutes. You need some Cheerios cereal. We bought some ping pong balls at the Dollar Tree. You get 6 ping pong balls, and these are K-Caps, just coffee K-Caps that Kevin had in the cabinet. We bought 3 puzzles. These all have 24 pieces. And then we also bought, those were bought at the Dollar Tree, and those were what, $1.50 a piece or something like that. I don't know how much they charge, but these were more expensive. The Dollar Tree, they didn't have a lot to choose from for 100-piece puzzles, so we bought 300-piece puzzles at Walmart. These were $8 a piece, so they were more expensive. We bought this great big thing of milk chocolate M&Ms at Costco because I wanted to have a lot of those. We also have a package of Oreos from Walmart. Bicycle playing cards. These are our own playing cards that we play with. We needed some plastic forks, which we already had. Some plastic spoons, which we already have. I need 2 clear cups. I prefer the clear ones. We have... we'll explain why you need all this. We have basically some different prizes, whatever different prizes you want. But we picked out these nano metal figs. These aren't nano, but these are metal figs. These are the Nightmare Before Christmas. So we have a Zero, we have a Sally, and we have a Pumpkin King. We have a Monsters Inc. Is it Roz?
Roz.
So, yeah, Roz. We will be taking, well, no, we probably won't take her out of the package. We'll probably leave her in the package. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. We have a $20 bill. We have the, when we went to Costco, we bought 2 packages of this. It comes together, Kirkland Signature plastic wrap. We have some felt stickers. And then we have an assortment of scratch-off cards. So these were all, what, $1 or $2 a piece or something?
A couple 3s,
These were $1 a piece. These were $2 a piece. And this was one, we have one $3 card. That's it. So 3, 2, and 1. And then we have 2 packages of balloons. There's 20 balloons in each package. We have some pantyhose. 2 packages of those. Those came from Dollar Tree as well as the balloons. We have some Post-it notes. You just need a little piece of paper. We have some wrapping paper that has not been unwrapped. Some tape. 2 pairs of scissors. 2 pins. And 2 boxes that have already been taped shut. So we're going to move some of this aside, and I'll tell you the first game we're going to play. So one of the games we're going to play is we're going to play, you're going to divide up into teams, and we're going to be wrapping a present. And we're going to be, you have 2 teams, and one person puts their left hand behind their back, one person puts their right hand behind their back, and as a team, they have to wrap the present. So one team will get a box, wrapping paper, tape, scissors, paper, and a pen, and the other team will get the same thing. And literally, you are only allowed to use, one person uses their left hand and one person uses their right hand, and whoever can wrap the gift the fastest, and you have to put to and from and have it on the box. Whoever does that the fastest will win.
What you can't see in this video is Andrew and Christina are partners across from me and Ashley here. And Ashley and I really worked well together. We didn't even need to do a lot of talking to each other or anything, just because we wrap so many gifts that we just know what we need to do. But what you couldn't see with Andrew and Christina, they really had an advantage because Christina is left-handed and Andrew is right-handed. So they worked well together as one body across the table, and they were not as worried as we were about being so neat. So they won, and that's great that they won. I'm very happy for them. I don't mind that they, it's not like we got a prize or anything. I don't mind that they won at all. But now that I know it did help them out so much, I would probably, from now on, if you're doing this game with somebody that's right-handed and left-handed, I would have them switch places. I would get the left-handed person to use their right hand and the right-handed person to use their left hand. That way it is more fair. This tape, we bought this tape at the Dollar Tree, so it wasn't like Scotch tape or anything. I don't know what brand it was, but it was kind of hard to get off. I mean, it worked fine, but it was just a little bit more difficult to get off the roll. But we were right about here, and they finished. They finished up, and it just shocked me because I thought Ashley and I were doing so well. And, of course, we're not paying any attention to what they're doing because look, Andrew's showing me. And it even said, to Kevin from Andrew and Christina.
We're also going to play a game called Reindeer Antlers. And what you do is you have your pantyhose, and these will already be open, of course. I'll go ahead and open both packages for when they come. So you have your pantyhose, and you're going to have your balloons, and you're going to take each team. You're going to have 2 teams again, just like with the present, and each team is going to get 10 balloons. You're going to get 5 balloons for each leg. You're going to blow your balloon up as big. It needs to be about cantaloupe size. And you're going to tie it off and shove it down into your pantyhose. And like I said, each leg is going to have 5 full balloons. And then in order to win, once this is filled up, it's going to look like reindeer antlers, and they have to put it on their head with the 10 balloons in the legs.
Yeah, just one person.
One person. So the first person in the team, first team to get it on one of their teammates' heads wins.
So Kevin was working with Ashley on this one, and I was telling him when to go, and Christina and Andrew were across the table. So Kevin and Ashley, you see them here blowing up their balloons. I did not show this whole game. I did not show the winners because Anna and Christina are the ones that won. Christina put these stockings on her head at the end of the game, and it was the most hilarious thing. Like, we just died laughing because it was so funny. But then Kevin and I had to try it on for ourselves.
This is going to be a longer game. So this is literally, you can guess it. Who can put the puzzles together the fastest. Now, we do have an older grandchild that he will absolutely get his puzzle together really quick. But we also have one that's young. And so I'm thinking when he's finished, he can help her. And that's why we gave them all the same sizes.
Yeah, he probably could have done the 48. He could have even done 100.
He could have. He could have done 100. Well, so could the middle grandchild.
That's true.
But we wanted them to all have the same size, and I'm thinking I can assign him to be the helper, and he can help. So basically, it's who can put the puzzle together the quickest. Now, we could not find 3 of a 100-piece puzzle at Dollar Tree or Walmart. So we had to buy 3 different puzzles. So what we're going to do is we're going to have them draw numbers. We're going to put a number on the back of these boxes. And we're going to have Andrew, Ashley, and Christina. We're going to have them draw a number. And whoever gets the number on the back of the box is going to have to work. Like if we number this number 2 and Ashley gets 2, she will have to work this one. That way, it's just the luck of the draw.
This was a lot of fun. It did take longer to do the 100-piece puzzles for the adults. Gavin and, of course, the kids finished first. Christina did have the hardest puzzle. That black puzzle, it was like a black frog, and I think it glowed in the dark even. It was the hardest one to put together, but that wasn't Christina's fault. It was just because it was a hard puzzle.
So for this game, we're going to be racing to, what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 players. We're going to have like Andrew on this side and Ashley on this side. And we're going to fill this bowl up with M&Ms. Ashley is then going to put this in her mouth, and she is going to, only using her mouth with her hands behind her back, she's going to get the M&Ms from this bowl down to the very end, and she's going to have to fill up this cup. And there's a line on the cup, and she has to get the M&Ms to that line, and then she has to go back, and she has to keep doing it. And so that will be a race to see who can get the most M&Ms in the cups in the fastest amount of time. So in this game, it's an Oreo fork walk. And so what we will do is we will get an Oreo cookie, put your fork in your mouth like this, put the Oreo on the end of the fork, hands behind your back, and with that in your mouth, you have to walk down to a certain place, and we're going to have them do it in the living room. And they have to walk down, and they have to walk back without dropping the Oreo. They have to do that as many times down and back as they can within 60 seconds without dropping the same Oreo cookie. If they drop it, then any tallies, any legs that they've gotten, like if they've gone down and back 5 times, that doesn't count. It goes back to 0.
This game was a lot of fun. Christina watches Taskmaster, and Kevin and I watch Taskmaster as well. If you've ever watched Taskmaster, they give you tasks to do. It's a show in the UK, and honestly, a lot of times those people are trying to figure out a different way to get out of doing the actual task. Well, Christina, with a lot of these games, was thinking, oh, I should do something else to try to get out of doing the actual task. So like with this game, she wanted to know if she could put her fork through the middle of the Oreo. And we're like, no, this is not like Taskmaster. You cannot do that. But I tell you what, she was excellent. Christina was excellent at this game, and so was Ashley. Ashley did really well, and Andrew was doing so good. You see, he's doing such a good job. And then at one point, he dropped his Oreo, and he realized he had to start all over, and he's like, I may as well give up. I said, don't give up, because you never know. Ashley could drop hers at any minute, but she never did. So she and Christina both did great.
So for this game, you need ping pong balls, which like I said, we purchased at Dollar Tree, and you need some K-Cups. These K-Cups, we will have them set up at the end of this table. We have this long dining room table, but you could do this at a shorter kitchen table even. But we're going to set these up like a pyramid. Do you think they should be upside down or right side up? I think upside down. I think that will be better. But you want to set these up in a pyramid, and these will be at the end of the table. And then we're going to do exactly what you think. We're going to take the ping pong balls, and they're going to try to knock down as many as they can within a certain amount of time, and whoever knocks down the most wins. This one is called blindfold serial threading. So everyone has a blindfold. We will be opening these, and Kevin will prepare each one of these. So what he's going to have to do is he's going to put a washer, if I can get this open. Yeah. He's going to take one of these washers that I showed you in the beginning, and he's going to put it on the end of the thread. If I could find the thread, I'll show it to you. And then the contestants are going to be blindfolded, and they're going to have to string as many Cheerios as they can blindfolded. I chose Cheerios because they have a smaller hole. If you pick a cereal like Fruit Loops, I feel like it has a bigger hole, and your washer is going to need to be a lot bigger for it to work. But this is a game that they can play standing up. They can play it sitting down. Everybody's going to have their own little bowl of Cheerios, and it's just whoever has the most, as many pieces on their twine at the end wins. So we only ended up needing one package of these. So if you play this game, just know we're having 6 people. If you're gonna only have a couple of people or not that many, you only need one of these packages.
Probably if you had 12 or 15
I know.
I
think you'd be okay with one package of these. These were in the crafting area of Dollar Tree. But Kevin, we took the washer and we just double knotted it at the bottom. And so I have my Cheerios out here, and so they're going to put their blindfolds on, and then they're going to have to feel in their bowl, and they're going to have to somehow figure out how to thread that, and it is going to be very, very hard blindfolded. But you can see it stays on there.
All I see is a deranged rabbit down there.
So this game is going to be called Saran Wrap Ball. And it is exactly what you think it is. It's going to be a ball of saran wrap. What we're choosing to do is we want to give prizes along the way, and you can just have little things. You could have like little ducks or little whatever you want, pieces of paper or whatever.
Well, the felt stickers are kind of like that.
The felt stickers are like that, yeah. So what we've decided to do is we want to offer prizes for this game. So we are going to start with this $20 bill.
It's in the middle.
It's going to be in the very center of the ball. So Kevin's going to fold this up probably into a nice neat square, and then he's going to start with this plastic wrap, and he is going to wrap up that $20 bill. Oh, look. He's going to wrap up that $20 bill. And then he's going to keep wrapping and wrapping. As he's going to put some of these stickers in the ball. He's going to put random numbers. So what we did was we took numbers and put them on the back. If somebody gets a 3, if that falls out, they win this. If somebody picks a number 5, if the 5 falls out of the ball, they'll get this. And what I mean when I say falls out is Kevin is going to, I'm hoping he'll have a ball about this big around, and he's going to wrap, these lottery tickets we're thinking can be wrapped up as he goes along in the ball. The felt stickers can go in the ball. The numbers will go in the ball. So what we're going to do is like they're going to be sitting in these chairs, and the first person will start with the ball, and you're trying to unwrap this ball.
A layer at a time.
A layer at a time. And so if Ashley has it and she gets a number 4, then we will give her the gift that corresponds with 4, but you get a limited amount of time. So if she gets 30 seconds and she still has time left, she can keep unwrapping until her time is up, but then she has to pass the ball to the next person. And it's the next person's turn to start unwrapping. They might not get anything. They might not get one thing fall out of the ball. But if they do, they get to keep it. And then, of course, the person at the end will get the $20 bill. But I do plan on showing this to you as Kevin is making this ball. I will show you how he goes about doing it.
So Kevin, you're going to watch him. He's basically going to wrap these prizes up. He started with that $20 bill and he put it right in the center. And I can tell you right now, Ashley is the one that ended up with the $20 bill. It was so close. Andrew was right before her and he almost had it, and he couldn't even tell what it was because Kevin had wrapped it up so well. But then Ashley's the one that ended up with it. And what's funny about that is because Ashley also won $20 on one of these scratch-off tickets. So she won the $20 bill and she won the $20 on the scratch-off. But Andrew and Christina won some money on those scratch-offs too. I don't remember. I know they won like maybe $6 on one. I don't remember how much they won total. But those scratch-offs are a fun thing to get because you may not win anything, but then you might win a lot of money. You just never know. But there were some games that I could show you snippets from, some that I couldn't. I filmed during every game, but like when we were doing like the M&M race, when we were going back and forth on the table, the dining room table, everyone was in there. And so even though I filmed it, I can't put it in the vlog because some people don't want to be on camera, and that's fine. We don't mind that at all. And then like doing the K-Cups with the ping pong balls. The only thing we would do different with that is Kevin said from now on when we do the ping pong balls, we want to make it a rule that it has to bounce at least once on the table. Because what ended up happening is people started throwing the ping pong ball from one end of the table to the other. They would throw it at the K-Cups, and yes, it knocked it down. Like Andrew mowed through them because Andrew waited to go last, and so he had seen how everyone else did it. And it was really hard to knock anything down once you hit it off the table and then hit it into the K-Cup. It's hard to knock those K-Cups down. So he ended up like launching it and like a softball or something. And he knocked down almost every single one of those K-Cups, which is terrific. But it will be harder from now on if we make that rule. So, they did have a great time with that. Also, I told you that the saran wrap, we got stickers. They enjoyed that. They got their little prizes, their little Nightmare Before Christmas prizes, and they love that. I think our granddaughter Evie had taken the back off of every one of these stickers, and like I was wearing stickers, Christina was wearing stickers. We were all wearing stickers by the end of the night. The M&M game was really fun though, because even our littlest, our youngest, Evie, even she was able to do this. And anytime like M&Ms would fall on the table or whatever, of course she was picking them up, eating them as fast as she could like a puppy. And so that was a lot of fun. Playing a card game called Spoon, and Kevin's going to tell us about this one.
All right, so what you want to do, I'm setting this up like there's 4 players. So there's the dealer deals 4 cards to each player. You put spoons out on the table that are 1 less than the number of players. So if you have 4 players, you put 3 spoons out. If you have 6 players, you put 5 spoons out. However many, 1 less. And then 4 cards each. You deal them face down, but I'm going to flip them over just so you can see them. But normally each person's going to have their cards, they're going to be looking at their own cards. You're not going to be able to see them like this, right? And I want to do them like this just to show you kind of how it works. Okay, so there's the 4 people playing. I'm the dealer. You determine whoever the dealer is, however way you want to. So the first thing I'm going to do as the dealer, you're trying to get 4 of a kind. So 4 3s, 4 4s, 4 5s, 4 kings, 4 whatevers. So that's what you're shooting for. So as the dealer, you're going to have the deck of cards laying somewhere. You're going to flip over a card and you're going to say, okay, I've got a 2. That doesn't help me at all. I'm really looking for jacks more than anything. So I'm going to take a card and discard it. Maybe I want to hold on to the 2 for some reason. I don't know. For whatever reason, I'm going to hand this card over to this person face down, so nobody else sees what it is. Then that person's going to look at that card. That doesn't really help them any, but they've got 2 3s and 2 queens, so they could work on a couple of different things. So this doesn't help them any. So they're going to pass it on to the next person face down, and then they're going to look at it. The 2 doesn't really help them any either, so they're going to pass it on to the next person face down. This person's going to get it and go, oh, that 2 goes with my 2, so I'm going to take maybe the 10, and I'm going to discard it. And they're just going to lay it face down, just like that. That's how this is going to go. So again, the dealer grabs a card off the top of the deck. It's a 10. Doesn't help any for that person, so they're going to pass it face down to the next
But
one.
they don't have to pass that particular one.
No. If I wanted to keep it, I could pick the 9.
Right. They could pick any to pass on, not just the one that they drag.
Any of my cards, and you're always going to have 4 cards.
Right.
So that person, they're getting that one. They definitely don't want a 9 in there. So they're going to pass it to the next person again, face down, so nobody else knows what it is. They're going to look at it and go, ooh, a 9. That goes with my other 9. So I'll keep that, and I'll pass the 7 on to this person. This person at 7 doesn't help them any, so they're just going to discard it. And you continue on until you get 4 of a kind. Just keep on going in that pattern. The deal is you don't have to wait. The dealer does not have to wait until that card's all made its way all the way around. You may have 3 cards going at the same time. Like, I know I don't want this one. I could be passing that to this one, and I can immediately be flicking another one going, no, that doesn't work. While this person's looking at this one, this person's now looking at this one. I'm going to look again. No, that didn't help me. This one's now here. This one's now here. This one's now here. So it can go really, really fast. I was watching a demo of somebody playing it. They were going really, really fast. So I don't think we're going to be up to that point, but it seems pretty fun. And then once you do get 4 of a kind, you're going to grab a spoon. So let's pretend I got 4 of a kind. I'm going to grab a spoon. The minute I grab a spoon, the very second I grab a spoon, everybody's going to reach for a spoon that realizes I grabbed a spoon. And you don't have to have 4 of a kind. It's just basically once I grab a spoon, all spoons are open for grabbing. So let's say these 2 grab a spoon and this person didn't. That person is out and they get the letter S in spoon. And you're going to spell out the word spoon. If you spell out spoon completely, you're out of the game completely. And you basically keep playing until everybody spelled spoon except for one person.
Our family loved spoon. That was just a still picture that I took. But they absolutely, look at Ashley. She was just thrilled to death. She had the best time. I think Andrew loved this. I think this is going to be one of those games that we play every time we get together as a family now, because Gavin enjoyed it as well. It was easy to learn. It's a quick pace game, and you can go as many or as few rounds as you want to go. It's just a lot of fun for everybody. One more thing I wanted to do just to kind of mess with them and see if they notice is throughout the day while they're here, I have lots of different blouses, those Ann Taylor blouses that I wear all the time during the reviews. And so I'm going to change blouses 5 times. So I'm going to start out during the beginning of the day. I'm going to make sure I've greeted everybody that comes in. But once they've been here for a little while, I'm going to go change blouses. And I'm going to do that 5 times. And then towards the end, I'm going to ask them who noticed and can you name.
What order were they in?
What order were they in? I'll try to know if they even noticed. They might say, I didn't even know you noticed you changed clothes. But I'm going to try to pick out blouses that are very, very different. So it gives them the opportunity to notice. But I'm wondering if anybody will just say anything like, weren't you just wearing something else? Or if they won't even think anything of it. I just think that will be funny. So Ashley brought a game called Fire Tower, and she had taught Kevin and I how to play it previously, but then she taught the rest of the family how to play it that day. And then we also played Taboo. I love playing Taboo. I think it's so much fun. And so this is just us sitting here playing Taboo. As far as me, I told you that I was going to change blouses. They knew the second I changed. So I was wearing like an orange blouse when everybody got here. The minute I changed and walked back into the room, Ashley said, "Oh, you changed blouses." So she knew the first time. So I said, "Oh yeah, I got something on it." I played it off like that. So then when I changed it again, she knew and she started keeping track, and so did everybody else. It really, really surprised me how observant they were, because I didn't think they would be. And then Ashley wanted to know, well, why were we? Because at the end of the day, I asked them and they were able to tell me about what I was wearing. And Ashley was like, well, why were we keeping track of that? And I said, I just thought it would be fun. I was just wanting to see if you noticed. But they immediately noticed. So we're finished with the game part, but I just wanted to show you this is what we had when they came over. We had a cookout. So Kevin is pulling apart a head of lettuce. And I love lettuce on a burger. Just it adds that crispness. And then he's going to cut up some tomato here. And Kevin's very, very neat. So he does nice, neat slices. And then he'll lay this out on our platter. And it looks really pretty because my mom always liked a purple onion. I think it's actually called a red onion, but it's a purple color, just because of the color, but because it's not too strong either. And so I really like the combinations of colors once you get those together with the green and the red from the tomato and the purple of the onion. It's really nice looking. So you see how nice and neat Kevin lays this out. Yes, Mr. Perfection. And now he has that onion. So we had cheeseburgers, and he buys the pepper jack cheese. I think this was a pepper jack combo cheese. And then we had Johnsonville smoked sausage, I think that's what they're called. And we had some hot dogs, Oscar Mayer hot dogs. We had like 3 different kinds of potato chips. They could choose like regular Lay's potato chips. And then I had some Kettle Brand salt and pepper potato chips. And then I also had some cheddar and sour cream Lay's, I think. You know, out of all the potato chips we review, you would think that we would buy a bunch of different brands, but really we always go back to Lay's for the most part. So here's these burgers, and Kevin just put some salt and pepper on them. We, at the time that we had them over, I believe we were out of nature seasoning, so he just used salt and pepper. There's those sausages, and now I'm just showing you, nobody really uses pickles. So you notice there's no pickles laying out there, but we don't really use them. I made potato salad. I made potato salad 2 ways. One of them I used Durkee sauce with one just to be different. And then I used mayonnaise with the other one. Honestly, I like the mayonnaise better. That was fruit that I just showed on the table. I bought just a little bowl of fruit, and that bowl of fruit was $5. And here's my plate. This is what I got. I got the cheeseburger, and I'll show you how I dressed it. And then I got my hot dog, which I never put anything on my hot dog because I like the flavor of the hot dog. And then I got some potato salad. This is the potato salad. I was trying the Durkee sauce because I thought it might be better, but I just like the old school way that I make it. And I do have the recipe on my channel of me making potato salad. I have the recipe for macaroni salad, baked beans. I have an awesome baked beans recipe. And then we had this cake. So this is just a regular like Duncan Hines cake with some Pillsbury frosting.